Hey guys, Feral here. This is going to be a short video talking about my top 5 single player games of 2024. Let's go. Alright, coming in at number 5, Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Back in the day, I used to really enjoy the campaigns on them and dabble in a little bit of multiplayer, but I've really been out of the loop with the more modern Call of Duty games. But Black Ops 6 looked like a little bit of a return to form in terms of the actual campaign, so I gave it a shot and it was absolutely fantastic. This game felt like a properly bombastic action film. The set pieces were enormous and some of the twists and turns in the story were really pretty fun. It's Call of Duty, so obviously the gameplay is very, very tight and well defined at this point. And whilst I probably won't touch the multiplayer at all, I really did enjoy how nice and compact this campaign was, and it didn't feel like it overextended its stay for more than a minute. So if you've enjoyed some previous Call of Duty campaigns, or if you enjoyed games like Titanfall 2, this might be one worth you checking out. Now, I did play it on Game Pass on my PC. The whole experience was just fantastic, and I do recommend it. So at number 5, Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Coming in at number 4, we've got Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. This is a phenomenal game. Now, I'm not the biggest Indiana Jones fan in the world, but I absolutely love the studio that made this game, Machine Games. Now, Machine Games more recently have made the Wolfenstein games, and a lot of people are saying this is their best game they've made to date. I disagree quite a lot because Wolfenstein: The New Colossus is one of my favourite games of all time, but this is a fantastic game. Troy Baker does an incredible job of voicing Indy. Some of the side characters are really enjoyable and the environments are just phenomenal. The gameplay is perhaps not the best. It feels kind of like Chronicles of Riddick Escape from Butcher Bay, that kind of thing, which is really nice, but it's not always the most tight and responsive. You've got some big set pieces. Going to the Vatican after I've just done a trip to the Vatican was absolutely awesome, and they did a fantastic job of that. And again, the locations in this game, the sound effects, and the characters themselves, they're all really enjoyable. Now, the run through, if you're just doing the main objectives, is around 15 to 20 hours, so it is one of the longest ones on this list, if not the longest. And again, if you're into all your ADHD collecting games, there are quite a lot of secrets to uncover and relics to collect, as well as some other little challenges. But again, I'm not there for that. I just want to be told a story and basically have a visual movie. So for me, I flew through this game and it's been absolutely amazing. Again, I played this one on PC Game Pass, but it looks phenomenal on Xbox Series X as well. Okay. Moving on to number 3. Number 3 for me this year is Hellblade 2. Now, I love the original Hellblade. I am a huge advocate for it, and it's the one game I recommend everyone play at some point in their lives. But Hellblade 2 doesn't quite live up to that expectation. Now, it is a fantastic game, and visually, one of the best games I have ever played. Melina Juergens delivers another heartfelt and incredible role as Senua, and some of the sets and areas in this game, some of the moments will stick with me forever, and I've already given it a second playthrough. I have played this on both Xbox Series X originally, and I've also played it on PC Game Pass as well. And to be honest, it's absolutely outstanding visually on both. It is a very short game. I want to say my run through time on this was around 6 hours, and this is the one game on this list where I feel just as it really starts to get into the meat of the story, the game ends. So for me, I'm going to say it, I could have done with another hour or two of this, especially compared to the first game. But again, of games of 2024, this one did hit me hard. It was exactly what I needed, a nice tidy experience, and I do recommend it. Alright, moving on to number 2. Number 2, and don't hate me here, but it is a VR title. Ooh boy! I know, I've got back into VR this year. Number 2 is Metro Awakening. Now, I am a huge Metro fan. I love both the games and the books, and I was really excited to see the world of Metro in VR. There's so much opportunity there. And to be fair, some of those opportunities were absolutely met. The combat is fantastic. Now, a few reviewers have said that it's a little unforgiving in the shooting. That's what shooting is. It's unforgiving. If you miss, you miss. Now, I can appreciate that that would lead to some frustration for some people, but for me, as an avid VR user, I found it really pleasing that I had to be properly accurate. I didn't find the world to be as interactive as I was expecting for a VR experience, but the whole story is based around Khan, a character that if you've played Metro, you already know Khan. So that was really interesting to see the world through his eyes, hear his story, and not be playing as Artyom for a change. Visually, it's quite good. Now, for reference, this is the one game on this list that did cause me to do an upgrade. So I originally played this on the Oculus Rift S. Yes, somehow my Rift S is still working, but this game made me upgrade to the PS VR 2. I am playing it on PC, bear that in mind, using an adapter, because I wanted those OLED displays for the black blacks. Now, my completion time of this game was around 11 or 12 hours. Again, nice and short, but for a lot of people that can be more than enough in VR. Again, I know this game isn't going to be for everyone, especially putting a VR title on the list, but this one was too good. There was so many fun moments to be had in this game, and I do recommend it if you're a VR user. And even if you're not a Metro fan, this can serve as a completely standalone game with references to the other Metro games, but it's not necessary to know the other Metro games. Which brings me to number 1, and at number 1, it's Still Wakes the Deep. Still Wakes the Deep is absolutely incredible. You're looking at around a 4 to 5 hour experience. It is an extremely linear horror game, and you're basically thrown into a story where you are on an oil rig and something is going on. That is all you should know before going into this game. It does have some jump scares, but to be honest, the majority of the scares in this game are more atmospheric, and there's more of a tension, there's more of a build-up as you're playing this game. And it works so well. It keeps you on edge a lot of the time. It keeps you so tense and so invested in what's going on. The sound design is excellent. However, the real takeaway from Still Wakes the Deep is the cast. The voice acting in this game is incredible, and I really felt close to some of the characters in this game, and I cared what would happen to them. It kind of reminds me of Metro Exodus, how you felt part of the Aurora train journey and how you built your bonds with those team members. I got that same vibe with Still Wakes the Deep. So that's it, guys. Still Wakes the Deep takes my number 1 spot of short linear games this year. I did play it on Xbox Series X and it was visually very impressive. I do recommend this one to anyone that can play it, and if you can, go in blind. Try and see as little as you can before playing this, and I think you'll enjoy it. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. It's been a minute since I've done any gaming content on this channel, but let me know if you enjoy it. Please bear in mind this is my top 5 linear games of 2024, and appreciate that it might not be your top 5 picks. So if you do have some games that you can recommend to me or the community, let me know down in the comments, because I would be really interested to hear them. Alright guys, see you in the next video. Peace.